So here's the 61 Briggs. I'll try to start her up here with my homemade oil dipper in it. Like she's got a little conrod knock there. Here's my way of shutting her down. Touch a wrench on the head bolt and kill the spark. You just got to make sure you touch the wrench to the head bolt first and hold it there rather than touching it to the spark plug first. Or you'll get lit up like a Christmas tree. Been there, done that. So anyway, that's the 61 Briggs there, and it's got the original 3-pole, I guess you call it, magneto on it there. So it seems to be sparking fine, judging by how well it starts up. I didn't have the carburetor gas tank for this engine, so I borrowed it off the one I got from the scrapyard that day that I got running. Seen it run before, since I knew the carburetor worked good. So I painted the cylinder head and starter cover and left the engine block and the crankcase cover the original colors there. And then I rebuilt the breather there, so it seems to work not too bad. I don't see a bunch of oil on the side of the motor or anything. So anyway, the rest of the video is me tearing the engine down and things there, just working on it at different stages. So that's what the rest of the video consists of. So on the 61 Briggs here, apparently it was missing the valve spring cover. So I found one here, but this thing's like off some kind of fossil. Backside of it's all rusted all to heck, so the valve's seized up. So I'm going to dissect it here, try to fix it. So anyway, you just bend the tabs, bend all the tabs, carefully bend them. Then you peel it apart, and that's what she looks like inside. So it's got this. Oh, get the gasket off in one piece. That's like amazing. So I got a bunch of gunk I got to clean out of there, and then clean this. I don't know what you call it. It's like an old style furnace filter there, chunk. And free the valve up on the other side, but that's what they look like inside anyways. So continuing on, I've torn the breather right apart here. So you got the, I don't know what it is, formica or plastic, or it's some type of non-metallic material that the disc valve's made out of, and then it's retained in this little piece here. Could be some type of spring or something in there. Then I've cleaned up the filter there. So the valve's operating, moves around, and so I'll put it back together and hope that it works. The reason I'm using this one is that the ones off lawnmowers are different. They have a air discharge port on the side there, so it wouldn't work right with this motor. It'd probably fit though, actually, thinking about it. So here I've got the 61 Briggs ready to button up here. Got my homemade oil dipper in it there, and you see the lock tab bent over on the connecting rod bolt. That's one thing I didn't mention about these old engines. They have this sheet metal plate here that goes between the connecting rod bolt and the connecting rod, and once you torque it, you bend it up. As you might be able to see in this case here, it's bent against the side of the hex on the bolt to stop it from backing out. Newer engines, they have a washer under there that gets rid of the locking plate, and even newer than that, these old engines use 7/16 inch socket to fit them. The new ones, they're down to I believe 5/16 inch. So they made the hex smaller, and actually I believe it reduced the mass of the connecting rod bolt enough that they don't tend to vibrate out. So I've found some of them loose, but they haven't vibrated out. These old ones, they definitely vibrate out, so you have to have the lock tab. Anyway, just another little aside there. So I'll now close them up and fire it up. I'll probably show that first on the video. Actually, this will be afterwards, just how I built the engine type thing. So I decided to repaint the starter cover since it had some dents and things in it, and as well as I'm going to try to fix the bolt hole there since it was split. You can hold them on with just the two bottom bolts, but it's better if you have the top one also. So I've done some wire brushing and sanding on it to clean it up. Oh, I got her primed here. It's only 47 Fahrenheit out, so you gotta not put her on too thick, because otherwise you get runs in it due to not being warm enough.